Ladies and gentlemen, good evening and welcome to Learning Unlimited Preparatory School's 2016 senior graduation. We are gathered here on this special occasion to celebrate the past, the present, and the future. On stage tonight are a group of young adults who are being recognized for their achievements and ready for the next stage of their lives. And so to begin this ceremony, we must first start with Country St. Martin. Tonight, we will hear some very important words of advice and wisdom imparted by members of our government, and I would like at this time to invite and welcome to the stage our Prime Minister, the Honorable William Marlin, who would like to say a few words on behalf of government and the people of St. Martin. Prime Minister.
Good evening. I bring you greetings on behalf of the government of St. Martin, and more importantly, or in particular, on behalf of the Minister of Education, Ms. Elveria Jacobs, who had to address the class this evening, but today she was not well and left the office early, and she sent her apologies. Myself was planning to spend some extra time with you, but other things came up that forces me to leave shortly. Tonight, however, we are here to celebrate with the class of 2016. And it is always a great moment, a moment to cherish, not only as the graduates, but a moment to cherish for the proud parents and family members who are gathered here to celebrate this occasion. You're closing off a very important period in your life. You're closing off another chapter in your life. For all of you, the journey began many years ago when your parents took you, some of you to play school, and then to kindergarten. And then too, you graduated from kindergarten, and you went to primary school, and you graduated from there, and you move on to high school. And here you are closing off this chapter. The challenge that we face on St. Martin as young students, young adults, is that when we close off this chapter, we not only move on to the next period in our scholastic career, but we also start a new journey in our lives. As young adults, you would certainly now no longer have mommy and daddy to drop you to school, mommy or daddy to pick you up after school, mommy or daddy to be there at night when you come home, or to be there to drop you to a party, to drop you to an event and pick you back up. You would probably, for the first time, have to pay your own rent. You have to budget your own, manage your own budget. You have to make choices that you never had to make before. Parents made those choices for you very oftentimes. So it is not only that you are transforming to another level of education, you're graduating to another level of life. There will be enormous pressure on each and every one of you. The proverbial peer pressure. And everybody believes it will happen to him or to her, but not to me. As parents, we tend to believe it can't happen to my child because I brought up my child the right way. I gave him or her everything that he wanted. I provided well for my child. So there is no reason why my child should walk the wrong road, why my child would end up on drugs, why my child would skip classes because he or she never did it before. So I'm not here to preach gloom and gloom and to make you feel that you're a bundle of bad kids who parents are sending off to some unknown journey. But I'm just trying to share with you some of the realities we have come to know about. It is not every child that leaves and becomes a success story. Along the journey, there is always one or two that falls through the cracks. But tonight, we are here to say congratulations. Congratulations to each and every one of you for reaching this milestone in your life. We want to say congratulations to Learning Unlimited that provided a safe, sound, and secure learning environment over the years, and to the parents who had confidence in this establishment of education, and to the teachers who have provided quality education to these young people and have brought them thus far. When we look at you today, we are looking at young, happy, proud, and one of you, you know who you are, because I can't recognize which one it was, but in passing the camera, she made sure and hailed happily. That's the feeling you have today, and that's what it's bubbling in you. You don't really want to listen to a bald-headed guy talking to you all night. You want to get onto it and get on with the celebration. But what we see are happy, proud graduates. What we see is a future doctor. What we see is a future lawyer. What we see is a future businessman. What we see, hopefully, is a future prime minister, a future member of parliament. When it was told to me many years ago that you are the leaders of tomorrow, at that age, I wasn't thinking about not even being something. You just wanted to graduate and get it over with. But as time go by, you come to realize that yes, indeed, you have to fill that void. You have to become the next principal of this school. You have to become the next director of the medical center. You have to become the next secretary general of one of the ministries. You have to become a successful businessman on Back Street, Front Street, or down in the Maho area. You have to become a pilot flying for a St. Martin Airways that is flying 747s. You have to. So stay focused, stay grounded, and remember to always uphold those values that your parents taught you at home, that you were taught in school. You have made friends. Some of you will remain friends for the rest of your lives. You would have gone through probably primary school together, went school, high school together, and you will go to college together. And some of you, after you go your separate ways, there are those that I went to college with and I have never seen again. And there are those that I went to college with that continue to be my friend up to today, graduating from college so many years ago. So, congratulations, savor the moment, much success. And I wish you, on behalf of the minister, I wish you on behalf of the government and people of St. Martin, much success, and I want to join with everyone here in congratulating you on reaching this milestone and for making your school proud. Whichever institution of learning you will go to, whichever country you will continue your studies, at whichever college or university, you will be, whether you like it or not as well, an ambassador of St. Martin. Whatever you do, carry the name of St. Martin, and in particular that of Learning Unlimited. Carry it with pride and do us all proud. Congratulations and God bless you.
LU swim teams once again dominated the local competitions and impressed all spectators. Our basketball and volleyball squads played hard and competed well, as did our basketball teams, and they gave a little extra effort, and I want to recognize a couple of our fantastic basketball players here on stage today, and that would be Rachel DeGroot and Jakisha Brooks. And just to keep things going right, we celebrated a second year of something they started here on island, and it was for the young kids, third grade water polo, and you will not believe how fun, how exciting, and how much interest it generated. And yes, LU's third graders put on an amazing performance, and we're looking forward to next year as well. So for those parents of elementary students to come, we have a brand new sport that we're looking to dominate. Now this year also saw Interact and Early Act again lead the way with service and charitable causes. And most specifically, I'm very proud of the contributions that our school and the members of these clubs made to the Webster Foster Home here on the island. And I want to thank all the parents that helped with these contributions. This year also saw our second year in competing in Model United Nations. And this year we brought our squad to Harvard in Boston for an amazing event, an international event, and it was an experience of a lifetime for our Model United Nations Club members. Another year of science fair saw a number of exceptional projects entered, And of course, the judges, including many parents, educators, island dignitaries were there, and they were very pleased and proud with what they saw. Some of our students were not only recognized there that day for their projects, but they were invited to present their projects to some government officials in hopes of finding solutions to problems that plague our island and our environment, and specifically cleaning up our ponds. We also had some young middle schoolers who have taken their science project to the next level by starting their own business venture. And so, yes, locally produced and manufactured products by our middle school students will soon hit the local market, and we're very proud of this. Now, I would also like to say in regard to our science fair, I want to thank Ms. Notani, our science coordinator, because year after year it is her guidance and influence that have meant success, that have produced results that we are all proud of. And yes, we still want to be tops on the island in science fairs and in our science division, and we will work hard to remain that way. Now, we cannot emphasize enough the importance of having our children learn about and participate and enjoy academic and scientific contests, as well as competitive sports. In the arts, music, and performing arts, once again, we had a ball celebrating today. We started off each and every year with our annual St. Martin Day event, and that's usually led by the one and only Miss Amisa President, who does an amazing job with this, and we are so proud. So can we hear a big round of applause for our cultural St. Martin Day program? There is no doubt in my mind or anyone's mind that a more successful year lay ahead of us, and we will continue our tradition of the pursuit of excellence here at LU, and we will always seek to improve what we do. And I would like to thank the community for their years of loyal support and dedication as we continue our effort to provide our students with the very best education that we possibly can, academically, personally, and socially. And finally, I'd also like to recognize and send out an immense thank you to our members of our Parent Advisory Committee, PAC, whose members work so hard to continue to fundraise for the betterment of every student here at LU. Thank you, ladies, for everything that you contribute. Now, ladies and gentlemen, we've arrived at the time where I'm about to introduce our keynote speaker of this evening. It's a pleasure to introduce to you this evening's keynote speaker. Please join me in welcoming the Member of Parliament, the Honorable Mr. Franklin Myers.
Good evening to the faculty and staff of LU, to the parents, and most importantly, you, the graduates of the year 2015-2016. I am both honored and humbled by your request to be your keynote speaker here on your special day, your graduation day. These are days of wonder. You are the piercing tip of the sword as you move forward into the next stage in your life. Next year will make 30 years since I graduated from high school. A lot has changed in that 30 years. We had no cell phones. We had no iPads. We had no iPods. What is amazing to me is that in that short time, what we use for entertainment, you will never know. You will never know a Walkman, you will never know a VCR, and you will never know the Sega Genesis. All of these things were cutting edge, leading technology at the time. Today, they're obsolete. The future belongs to you. For the first time in our small island, in our history, we can speak to graduating classes throughout the island and say, you can be whatever you want to be. That opportunity that is afforded to you today was not afforded to a lot of generations that came before you. Having said that, you are facing the most difficult times because today's society requires more of you to fit into the society. So as you go forward on this next step in life, I want you to be bold. I want you to dream big. I want to quote Muhammad Ali, who just passed away. He said, if your dreams don't scare you, they're not big enough. I want you to be conquerors. Your parents are very proud and they believe in you. Your teachers believe in you. I believe in you. But you have to believe in you because you're in charge of your destiny. You can be whatever you want to be. My advice to you, be the best lawyer, be the best doctor, be the best teacher you can be the best businesswoman, a businessman you can be. But most importantly, be the best human being that you can be. Because in the end, that is what will count. Your goodness to mankind. A lot of you will now leave, and as the Prime Minister mentioned, your first step towards independence starts when you get on the plane. Some of you will remain here and work, but when you go away, then you will see exactly the sacrifices in which your parents made so that you can enjoy the life in which you have lived. But receiving a high school diploma is not only a symbol of your academic achievements, it's also the passing of the baton to you. Because as the future comes in the next 45 years, you will be 60, in your 60s, and you will look back and see the trail that you have blazed for the generations to come. And that's what this is all about. It's about you making sure that you have set the plateau for the next generation and to provide for them. So I congratulate you on this day. I wish you all of the success in the world. I want you to repeat these words with me. And always remember, I am stronger than I believe. I am braver than I seem. And I am smarter than I think. Good night. Congratulations to you all, and God bless you all.